What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into this one, you guys. I've had a few people send me this info by now, so I figured it was time to address it, and it seems that Nick Trigili is continuing his relentless pursuit of continuing to have content on YouTube. Now, what Nick is essentially doing is what he calls repurposing content, in which he has others post on their own YouTube channels, basically on his behalf. So the deal that I read on Nick's Instagram stories is that basically the deal is these guys, whoever they are that have these existing channels or new channels they've started, all they have to do is upload whatever Nick sends them, and they keep 100% of the profits from YouTube, which none of them are monetized that I've seen yet. But anyway, this is my understanding of it, you guys. And there's not just one channel uploading for Nick, there's multiple channels uploading his content. So there's two channels that I've seen so far. One of them you can see is basically the exact same looking as the channel when Nick had Bodybuilding and BS on YouTube himself. You can see the description on this channel. It reads here, repurposed content for the former YouTube bodybuilding journalist Nick Trigili. Here to carry on the uncovering of the bullshit in bodybuilding. You're welcome. So look, we're not going to spend all day on this topic, you guys. The bottom line here is that this is just the latest attempt of Nick trying to skirt around the YouTube rules so he can have a presence on this platform without being affected by his lifetime ban. He tried to skirt around the rules when he had that channel called The BS of Sports, where he tried posting content saying he was working for another media company, not himself, and that was taken down by YouTube very quickly. And honestly, I expect anyone else that's uploading his content to be taken down when YouTube catches on to this as well. And look, I'll still give Nick props. As I've said it before, Nick is an absolutely relentless human being. You gotta give him that for sure. But do I think these channels are actually gonna stand the test of time? No, I don't. I really don't. It's only Nick's face on these channels. The only difference is in the name of the channel and who's uploading it. And I just don't think that's sufficient for YouTube to accept him having a presence on here. But look, I'll leave that one right here, you guys. You let me know down in the comments below what you think of Nick's latest attempt to stay on YouTube. Okay, so getting back to some physique updates here, you guys. Hassan Mostafa has officially announced that he'll be competing in the Vancouver Pro, which puts him at 6 days out as of today. And this will be Hassan's third attempt at trying to earn his Olympia qualification. And look, Hassan looks as good as he has around a week out of the Toronto and the Orlando Pro here. Maybe he looks a bit tighter than he did before the Toronto, but there's no really significant change we can see as of yet. And I do think it's going to come down to the peak and who else shows up in Vancouver. So look, I'll keep you guys updated on who else might be challenging Hassan in Vancouver when the official competitors list is released. I know of a few people in the show already, but the fact of the matter is here, you guys, I mean, a lot of people had Hassan beating Ian Valliere in Toronto. It was a literal tie at the Orlando Pro against Phil Clahar. Hassan has been so close twice now this season. I mean, if it's close in Vancouver, I really hope he can pull ahead on the scorecards. Now, not that it matters in bodybuilding, the only thing that matters is how you show up on show day, but Hassan does deserve a win here as far as I'm concerned, you guys. Now, that's if he does show up in shape, and that's the only thing with Hassan. It's always been the only thing with Hassan. He just needs to bring the conditioning, the detail. He just needs to bring the shreds, and he'll be punching his ticket to the Olympia. So I think Hassan can improve slightly this weekend coming up, and as long as he doesn't spill over, he'll definitely be a front runner to win in Vancouver. So we'll see who else is going to show up, and we can discuss Hassan's chances later this week. Okay, so next up for you guys, it's time to take another look at Tonio Burton, because Tonio is looking absolutely ridiculous right now. It looks like he took full advantage of his rebound. His legs look like they have more sweep from the front. The waistline still looks tight. He looks like he kept within striking distance of jumping back into prep mode without really having to suffer through a massive cut for the Olympia. And this is a guy after winning the New York Pro and coming second at the Cali Pro. Many have Tonio in the conversation for cracking that top 10 at the Olympia this year. In terms of aesthetics, there's not many out there that can rival Tonio's overall physique. In terms of presentation, he absolutely nails that aspect on stage. And he has the ability to defeat guys that you think should outmuscle him. When he's on, his overall package is very difficult to defeat because he just has that almost perfect balance, and he's still got a ton of room to grow here too. Tonio actually has a guest posing coming up in August at the 2023 Cajun Muscle and Expo, and that's actually an inaugural show, so we'll get a bit more of a preview at that time, but let me know in the comments below how you guys think Tonio will do at the 2023 Olympia this year. It is a stacked lineup, but I think Tonio does have a shot at cracking that top 10, and even further in the coming seasons. So we also got another preview of Hunter Labrada this weekend at the NPC South Central USA competition. He's currently 6 weeks out of the Texas Pro, and Hunter has actually been doing a lot of guest posings this year, you guys. And why not, really? He has a ton of improvements to showcase. And I think with every guest posing and update that we see from Hunter, the narrative seems to shift just a little bit every time about how Hunter's chances are at the 2023 Olympia. Because Hunter has reinvented his entire physique, and a lot less of the bodybuilding fandom out there are really counting him out to make it back into that top 6 at the Olympia. And based on what we're seeing here, I can honestly agree with that. It is a stacked lineup this year, like I said before, but as Hunter continues to shred down, we see more and more that this is an entirely new, entirely better version of Hunter Labrada. Now, we'll have a true test of how Hunter is looking in 6 weeks when he stands next to Andrew Jacked, but even myself, I had Andrew taking home a pretty easy victory back a couple of months ago. But now, I think Hunter is really going to give him a good push in Texas. It's not an easy call, but it is going to be an incredible battle, you guys. So let's open up the discussion again. Do you think Hunter Labrada can defeat Andrew Jacked at the Texas Pro? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.